All right, Elon. I know I've been giving you shit. And honestly, it's because you make it so damn easy. But I'm going to be real here with you for a minute. You need help. And I'm not saying that to be a dick. I'm saying it because I've seen this movie before and it doesn't end well. See, a lot of rich and powerful guys have hitched their wagon to Trump thinking they'll ride it to glory. Look how it worked out for Rudy Giuliani. Guy went from America's mayor to getting his apartment seized by the feds. But that doesn't have to be your story, Elon. With all the money and power you got, you could actually make a difference in this world for better or worse. And right now, bro, it's looking pretty fucking worse. So if I were your PR team, and God help us all if that ever happens, here's the intervention I pitch. Let me get this straight. You dropped $250 million to get Trump elected. $250 million. That's fuck you money on steroids. And I get it. You thought you were going to get a front row seat to run the government, all the deregulation your little heart desired, a massive tax break for your companies, and the honor of personally fixing America's problems through DOGE. What did you actually get? Spending cuts so weak they made a wet napkin look strong? Your own AI chatbot calling you out for being full of shit? Oh yeah, and now you're publicly feuding with Trump like the ambiguously gay duo after their car got sold on the White House lawn. Elon, Elon, you paid for this guy. You bought him. And now you're on X calling his agenda a disgusting abomination? What the hell did you think was going to happen? You gave $250 million to a guy who thinks windmills cause cancer, and you're surprised he makes terrible decisions? But here's the thing that's really bothering me about all this, and I'm going to be straight with you because somebody needs to. The people around you are worried, man. They're saying that you're not the same person you were a few years ago. And look, I get it. I've been in situations where the people around me worry too. When you're making decisions that don't make sense to anyone, including yourself the next day, that's not just being eccentric. That's a red flag. Matthew Perry died from a ketamine overdose not that long ago. Smart guy, talented, had everything going for him. Addiction doesn't give a shit if you're rich or famous or own a rocket company. It will destroy your life. And from where I'm sitting, we're already watching it happen. So here's your mission should you choose to accept it. And these are not that hard. Step 1, admit you screwed up massively. Step 2, use that screw up to pivot. Look, you're already pissed off your MAGA base with those budget tweets. They're calling you a traitor behind closed doors. They're just too polite to say it to your face. Yet. Your approval ratings are in the toilet. Tesla stock is all over the place. You need to earn some of the sympathy back. And there's actually a surprisingly effective way to do that. Just fucking apologize. We maybe can forgive that you didn't understand anything about government and that you're just an arrogant prick. That would do it for me. I could have sympathy for that over MTG and whoever dipshit that other congressman is, that I can't remember right now, basically said in your speak, I didn't read Rockets for Dummies. This isn't your bag, Elon. And I know, it's crazy talk. But here's the thing. It's really hard to stay mad at someone who looks you in the eye and says, I was wrong. I wasn't thinking clearly. I fucked up. I do it to my wife all the time. And because I'm such a generous guy, I even wrote the statement for you. After reflecting on recent events and having honest conversations with people I trust, I decided to step back from my government advisory roles and enter treatment for substance abuse issues. I now recognize that I was not in a clear state of mind when I made several key decisions over the past year, including my approach to DOGE and my public statements about the administration's policies. Many of those positions were harmful, and I deeply regret the consequences for the people affected. While I still believe in the goals of government, I was wrong about how to achieve them. I sincerely apologize to everyone I've let down. I'm committed to getting the help I need and doing whatever I can do to repair the damage that I've caused. There. It's honest, it's direct, and most importantly, it's probably true. And look, Elon, I'm not saying this to pile on. Trust me. I know what it's like when everyone's got an opinion about your life and your choices. But I also know what it's like when someone's heading down a path that doesn't end well. And I've learned that sometimes the people who care enough about you to call you out on your bullshit, they're the ones that are actually trying to help. So here's what you're going to do. You're going to go to rehab. But don't worry, you're Elon fucking Musk. You can afford the luxury kind. Hot springs, equine therapy, guided meditation with actual monks, whatever the hell rich people do to get their shit together. Honestly, you could probably use the break. Take some time away from X, away from the chaos, away from having to have an opinion about everything. Maybe, just maybe, you come back with your head on straight and a clearer picture of what actually matters. Because right now, you're not thinking clearly. And when you're not thinking clearly, you make really fucked up decisions. And when you and your buddy make bad decisions with your level of influence, unearned confidence, it turns out you can really do some damage. We're all stuck dealing with the consequences. So what's it going to be, Elon? You going to keep digging this hole? Or are you going to put down the shovel and ask for help? It's your move. But wait, there's more, because I actually have a solution for you, Elon. A way to go from the most hated man on earth to, well, maybe just annoying but helpful. Remember back in 2021 when you made that big promise? You said if the UN could show you exactly how 6 billion would solve world hunger, you'd sell Tesla stock right now and do it? Well, guess what, genius? They did it back then. The UN World Food Program came back 3 days later with a detailed plan. $6.6 billion to feed 42 million people for a year. Complete breakdown, open source accounting, everything you asked for. And can we just take a moment to appreciate that? The UN got their shit together in 3 days. They had a plan, the budget, the logistics, everything mapped out to literally save 42 million lives. That's what they do, Elon. Did you think that they weren't going to have a plan because they operate like DOGE? I truly believe you might have thought that. And what did you do? You gave 5.7 billion to your own foundation. You know, the one that sits on 9.4 billion but only gives away the legal minimum to avoid losing its tax exempt status. The one where most of the money goes to your own companies and your kids' private school. So while you were busy playing government efficiency expert, cutting programs that actually help people, you had the solution to world hunger sitting in your back pocket the whole time. You want to know what your DOGE cuts actually did to real people? Let me give you a little taste. You cut 6.5 billion from US aid, foreign aid that keeps people alive, eliminated 69 programs fighting child labor around the world, fired 1,000 scientists from the EPA, cut 18,000 IRS workers who catch tax cheats, slashed 3,500 FDA workers who keep our food safe, eliminated 2,400 CDC workers who prevent disease outbreaks, cut 1,200 medical research from the National Institute of Health. You closed Social Security office, cut mine safety inspectors, eliminated weather monitoring, canceled educational research, and fired the people who protect consumers from scams. And for what? To save money? You spent $250 million getting Trump elected. But here's your redemption arc, Elon. Here's how you go from villain to less of a villain. Take that 6.6 billion, give it to the UN World Food Program, actually solve world hunger like you promised. And hey, while you're at it, maybe throw in some extra cash to restore all those other programs that you destroyed. Think of it as the world's most expensive apology. We know saying sorry is hard for people like you, so you don't have to say anything. Just write the check. People love a good potluck, and this one could feed 42 million people. I know you want to be remembered as the guy who got humanity to Mars. Great. But maybe start by keeping humanity alive on Earth first. You've got the money, you've got the plan, you even made the promise. All you have to do is actually keep your word for once. But let's be real. We both know you won't, because that would require admitting that you are wrong. And we can't have that, can we? This has been an episode of Lies of the Orange Era. Thank you guys for joining us. Like, subscribe, and share.